time. She didn't even know that she was going to end up in the king's palace because she was a Jewish orphan. But how did that happen? Again, can you see God's hand in that? Esther, to the eyes of the world, did not qualify to be the queen. But it's amazing how God orchestrated things so that Esther can become queen. You all know the story of Queen Vashti in Esther chapter 1, and why she lost her position as queen, lost her everything, her royal position, because when the king called her to come, the king was in high school, they were celebrating victories and all that, defeating all the other nations. So he was in high school, he threw a party for, celebrating for 180 days, and he threw a party for 7 days. And on the last night of the party, he sent his men to go and ask for Queen Vashti to come, because he wanted to show her off to the crowd, how beautiful she was. And you all know what happened. She refused to come. She refused. They sent him again. She refused again. How do you think the king felt at that time? And I'm speaking to us women here today as well. Whilst I'm on that, it doesn't matter how wrong our husbands are. It doesn't matter how we feel about our husband. It doesn't matter what they do that you don't agree with. We have to know that we need to continue to honor and respect our husbands. First, in our own homes. Because if we have children, your children are watching. So what better legacy for us to leave behind than the legacy of honor? I believe very much in legacy. I'm from a culture that very, very much promotes legacies. The Samoans are very proud of who they are. They're proud of everything. They overdo everything because sometimes wrong motives. They want to compete with one another. If you've been to Samoa, you know what I'm talking about. But they love the Lord, that they give all to the Lord and have nothing at home for their children. That's the Samoan spirit. They love to give. They can just give and give and give, right? But also they show a lot of honor. You've been to Samoa, you've got some guys. They honor their pastors a lot. It's almost like God is here and the pastor is just here, right? That's how much honor they give their pastors. And I do appreciate that part of their culture, of our culture as well. I'm Fijian now because I've been here longer than I was in Samoa, back home. And I do love my Fijian sister, my Fijian community here as well. But my heart is still back home as well. Like Esther, and that's why I said, Esther was a Jewish. She was in bondage. She was being taken away as a prisoner. Yet, she never forgot who she was. She never knew her history. She knew she was Jewish. And she was not going to be anything else but that. So we all have a heritage. A natural one or our national one. Like I'm Samoan, you Fijian, we was born, wherever we were born, that's where our nationality is. Esther never lost her identity as a Jewish. And that's why when the call came for her to step up, she gladly accepted. She was ready to take the risk. She was ready to die to save her people. She was obedient to Mordecai, her adopted father, I would say, was her cousin really, but Mordecai raised Esther because she lost both her parents when she was quite young. So Esther only knew Mordecai, and Mordecai again was such a good mentor to Esther, always being there, giving her wisdom.